Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how I began my remote home cleaning business. We're going to go over how I got started, why I got started, and also what kind of profit margins I'm making, how I'm making sales, how I'm finding clients. We're going to go over everything. So, stick to the end of the video to find out how much I've made in the first 2 months in my business. Let's get started. So, first off, let's start off with why I got started. So I've always wanted to start my own business, and I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried, e-commerce, drop shipping, and doing a lot of things online, which, I was able to make a little bit of money, but a lot of the times I was mostly just breaking even or just not making enough, and I was putting a lot of effort into it. So it was, a little bit discouraging. I would get frustrated, start one thing, spend some time, not get the results I wanted in that thing, and then start another thing, and so on and so forth. And I never really stuck to one thing. And I've been doing that for, since after I graduated high school. I'm 25 now, and I've just been trying things, here and then. I've always wanted to quit my 9 to 5, but I've never been able to find that one thing that gets me to that level where I'm able to quit. I went in on my home cleaning business full in. One day I was just driving to work, and I was just thinking, like, what can I do? What can I do? What business can I start? Like, I'm just tired of working, this job that I've been in for, the past 4 years. It's a good job. However, it's very time consuming. It's a long commute for me. It's, a lot of hours that I have to put in and be there. I have to stick to a schedule, and I just hate having to do that. So I'm constantly always thinking, what can I do? What can I do? I really want to, get out of this 9 to 5 and do something for myself, something that I can find, purpose in, because a job, you're just kind of there following what your bosses tell you to do, and you're not really, you don't have control or freedom. You're just doing what you're told to do, and that's, it's hard to deal with, especially for someone who just wants to be a little more creative or have a little bit more freedom and control over things. So I was on my way to work one day. I was almost at work, and I was just thinking, and I'm like, I should start a home cleaning business, because my mom owns one herself, and she has been running it for the past 5+ years, and she's pretty successful herself, and nowadays she doesn't do a lot of the work herself. She has her teams, she sends her teams, she only goes and works whenever she needs to, cover, or if it's a very busy day, she has to be, in the field, in the houses, and helping. But most of the time she's just doing a lot of the back end work, getting more clients, doing estimates, and working on her marketing online. So I'm like, I should do that. I already have someone who does that at work. I work in property management for Airbnb, so I also already work with a lot of cleaners. So I know what it takes. I've cleaned myself. I used to help my mom as well, so I know what it takes, and I know I know the ins and outs. So I just had a moment where the light bulb just turned on, and I was like, I should do that. I'm already familiar, I already work in that space. So I just, from that day on, I went all in, did my research, started watching a lot of YouTube videos, reading into it, see what I gotta do, how to create my LLC, how to get insurance, and all that. So I just started digging into it, going into it full time. 2 months later, I'm making some money, I'm getting clients, I have a few recurring ones now. So it's been a little bit of a process, and you do have to be patient, but it's been going well, I would say. I definitely have learned to be a little bit patient. My first customer took me 30 days to get my first customer, but after that, I got, that same day that I got my first customer, I got another customer, and then I got another one that next week, and then it just kept going on, getting more customers, more leads, and I got better at communicating with my leads and selling and providing estimates and speaking with clients. So I've been able to work on a lot of that, and I'm proud of where I've gotten so far, even though it hasn't been that long. But I'm going to continue, just just keep going and scale this up. My goal is to make 10,000 profit a month. I'm nowhere near that yet, but I'm on the way there. So if you guys want to learn more about how I run my business and what I do and all the ins and outs, let me know. Leave a comment down below, and I'll break it down much further, and give you guys the process and the breakdown. Thank you guys for watching.